Okay, today we're going on a journey to one of the most sacred and frankly ancient cities on the entire planet, Varanasi. But this isn't just a travelogue. We're going to explore what makes the city a destination for something so much deeper, something like profound spiritual liberation.
And this idea, it's so powerful, and it's really the key to understanding Varanasi. I mean, just try to imagine a place that's not tied to the past, present, or future. Legend has it the city is on a totally different plane of existence, a spiritual dimension where time itself just works differently. That really sets the stage for a city that's unlike any other.
All right, so let's dig into that. This idea of timelessness. What does it really mean for a city to exist beyond time?
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. While entire empires rose and then crumbled into dust, Varanasi was still here. It just endured. And that's not just some historical fact you read in a book. It's something you can literally feel in the air there. All those layers of history, of faith, of human life, they're all woven into the very fabric of the city. Even the names of the city tell its story. Its oldest name is Kashi, which means City of Light. And that's a perfect nod to its role as this major center for divine enlightenment. And yeah, it's also been called Varanasi and Benares, but that name Kashi, that one really captures its spiritual soul.
But right, this whole timeless thing, it's not just about history. It's deeply rooted in mythology. So let's explore the divine founder, who is, well, the very bedrock of Varanasi's spiritual power.
And this is the crucial part. For millions and millions of devotees, Varanasi isn't just some ancient city. It's the personal, eternal home of Lord Shiva. This belief just infuses the entire place with a kind of holiness that pulls in pilgrims from all over the world, all of them hoping to feel a connection with the divine founder himself. And right at the center of all of this devotion is the Kashi Vishwanath Temple. For believers, this is way more than a building. It's a direct physical manifestation of Shiva's presence right here on Earth. It's like a spiritual magnet, a focal point for all the prayers and the faith of the millions who make that pilgrimage every single year.
So you've basically got these two incredible pillars of power in Varanasi. On one hand, you have Lord Shiva, the founder, the one who makes the ground itself sacred. And then, flowing right through it, you have the river Ganga, the purifier, the one that offers to wash away your sins. One creates the sacred space, and the other sanctifies the soul that enters it.
Okay, so let's dive into that second pillar of power. We're going to immerse ourselves in the living, breathing, spiritual life you'll find all along the Holy Ganga.
If you've ever seen a picture of Varanasi, this is what you're imagining. The ghats, those are the long flights of steps that lead you right down to the river. They're like the city's arteries, just pulsing with life day and night. You combine that with this maze of tiny, narrow lanes and ancient temples, and you get this atmosphere where spirituality isn't just something you practice, it's something you live and breathe.
And look, connecting with this energy, it's not a passive thing. You can take a boat ride at dawn and literally watch the city wake up to prayer. The Ganga Aarti ceremony at dusk, it's this absolutely unforgettable spectacle of fire and faith. Or you can just sit by the riverbank and have these incredibly profound moments of personal reflection. Let's zoom in on that famous Ganga Aarti for a second. It is this incredible, choreographed ceremony where priests use these huge flaming lamps in a ritual offering to the river goddess. The air just gets thick with the sound of chants and ringing bells and incense. It's a really powerful sensory experience that's all about pushing away darkness with divine light.
Now this might be the most profound lesson that Varanasi has to offer. Along the very same river where people are bathing and celebrating life, you see funeral pyres burning openly at the cremation ghats. And it's not seen as morbid or strange at all. It's just a natural, visible part of the human cycle.
It kind of sounds like a paradox, doesn't it? I mean, seeing life and death so close together, side by side, you'd think that would be jarring. But this observation is actually the key to the city's greatest teaching. And that brings us perfectly to our final part, the ultimate takeaway from the whole Varanasi experience, a powerful lesson in liberation.
Okay, so here's the big insight. When you start to see life and death not as total opposites, but as two parts of a single unending cycle, you can begin to let go of that deep-seated fear of mortality. It's this incredible acceptance of the natural order of things that leads to a real sense of inner peace and true transformation. And that, right there, is the ultimate goal. The dip in the Ganja, the prayers of the temple, watching life cycles play out, it all points to this: liberation, or moksha, which is freedom from the cycle of rebirth. It's a kind of freedom you achieve not by escaping reality, but by deeply, profoundly understanding it.
So, in the end, Varanasi isn't just a place on a map you can visit. It's a living, breathing philosophy. It challenges us to look at the most fundamental parts of our own existence and to find peace in seeing how they're all connected. Which leaves us with a final question to ponder. If a whole city can teach that life and death are actually one and the same, what can we all learn from it?